Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
Okay, so I don't know if this is considered mean, but I'm a happy person. Like, I'm all about positivity and like giving off good energy, and I'm always smiling. But there was this one day where there were a bunch of boys in my class and they weren't listening, they weren't paying attention, and I got upset, so I yelled at them. And this one boy, this one kid had the audacity to tell me, or to say to me, "Ma'am, you look so sexy when you're angry." Like, go sit down, go do your work, what the heck?
What is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
I dyed my hair. My kindergartners asked why. I said I wanted to look a little bit younger. They said, "What are you going to do about your face?"
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
So a student one day told me that I was a bitter old man, that I was going to die alone, to which I look at him and go, "Okay, boomer." Riddled with 12-year-old confusion, he looks at me and goes, "Go fudge yourself." To which I, feeling rather petty, look at him and say, "You're just mad the scooter plays the clarinet better than you."
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
I've been an educator for 6 years, and I've heard my hairline messed up, teeth yellow messed up, I'm ugly, all of that, cussed up, and all that. But one thing I can't forgive is this one girl when I was teaching in 4th grade. My girlfriend at the time, now my fiance, came in to surprise and visit me. This girl had the nerve to say, "Oh, that's your girlfriend?" I'm like, "What you mean?" She said, "Oh, I thought she'd be prettier." And I'm like, "Ugly where? Where? Where do you see any ugly on this beautiful woman's body?" And I'm going to show another few examples just in case she's watching this to show her how beautiful this woman is. Like here, and right here. Check this out. And she got the baby Yoda. Now, if that student is watching this, all I'm going to say is pipe down. Pipe down. You don't know my girl.
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
Yo, this little 7th grade girl said to me, "You're the fattest vegan I've ever met." In my mind, I wanted to say, if you don't get your little musty, barely wear deodorant, dusty, crusty, ashy elbow self up out of my face with all them pimples in your T-zone, and I look younger than you and your mama, up out of here. But I didn't. I just cried, and I was hurt. And that was it. But I'm ready to roast now, okay? That was year 3 in my teaching, year 4 in my teaching, okay? Year 17, I'll be roasting. So hide your kids.
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
So I remember on my first teaching practice, while I was still in university, I was placed at a school and I had a second year class. And this one girl in the class walked up to me, and I didn't wear makeup that time. I allowed my acne scars to shine. And she was like, "Miss, you have spots on your face." And I was like, "I know." And she was like, "Take it off." And I was like, okay. I felt so sad. She was kind of mean.
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
I've been waiting for something like this. So me and my students usually, engage in some light banter, occasionally, all the time. So during this banter session, we were going back and forth, talking about, well, you look like that cartoon character, and you look like this cartoon character. And this student said, "Miss Suarez, you look like Megamind." Megamind. Y'all know what Megamind looks like? This is what that man looks like. Granted, okay, I can see it now. That's fair.
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
2 years ago, I taught 8th graders this is for me. You have an Android, are you poor? Come help me with this. What do you mean I have to figure it out on my own? That's why you're ugly. Maybe if you would help people on their assignments, you wouldn't be single. Why are you growing a beard? It doesn't look nice on you. Okay, but like for real, you should stop. It's kind of ugly. Redacted name. He thinks we're kidding. We're not kidding. Oh, for real though, those bootleg AirPods that you wear every day. Galaxy Buds. Yeah, okay. If you need $1, I can give you one. Don't worry, I like donating to homeless people. 8th graders are brutal, man. I was still their favorite teaching assistant, though.
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
Kids are mean. Students are mean. And they're very honest and mean. And they don't take things seriously and remember things as much as we do. So they'll be mean as hell. And the next day be like, good morning. And really mean it. And we're like, remember when you made fun of me yesterday? And they're like, do, 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 do. All of which is to say, one of the meanest things they probably say a lot, and it's fair, and it's true, is anything about my hot breath. I drink black coffee, multiple cups of black coffee a day. Sometimes I do intermittent fasting and I talk a lot. It's like the perfect storm to just have hot, nasty breath. I got mouthwash, gum sometimes, but still, some days you wait too long and it's just like...
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
Please forget about how rusty I look. This one time, this child came to my class. So I had them for, I think it was the 3rd period, just before the break. And then after the children had left, he came back and he said, Miss, are you noticing that you've gained all your weight back? I looked at him. I had like a blank stare. And he said, yeah. Did you stop going to the gym?
Teachers of TikTok, what is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
Okay, this isn't mean per se, but come along with me on this journey. Ever since around 2014-2015, I have been doing morning meeting and closing circle with my students every year. It's great for social emotional learning and checking in with your students. Well, during closing circle, I was having a round of shout outs where your kids can shout out each other for great things they're doing, just cheer each other on. One day, a girl during closing circle goes, I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Santana. I said, oh, what would you like to give me a shout out for? I want to give you a shout out for the value of excellence because you finally dressed nice this week. Everyone had a good laugh, and then I promptly went clothes shopping after school that day.
What is the meanest thing a student has ever said to you?
I will go first. The meanest thing a kid ever said to me was, why you want to be a boy so bad?
Oh, hell. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Oh my God.
What's an acting performance that was so good you forgot it was acting?
I bought it so you don't have to, part 2.
Okay, so I've seen this little robot on my FYP a couple of times now. It's a self-emptying vacuum that also has a mopping function. It will even avoid going around the carpet when it's in the mopping mode. The first thing I did was let this thing map out my entire house. It connects to Google Home and Alexa, and it was strong enough to pick up all my toddler's droppings as well as pet hair. It works on tile, wood, and all different styles of carpet, and when it's done cleaning, it goes back to its little home and empties its own dustbin. This means all I have to do is empty the bag on top once every 30 days. So easy. Everything is customizable through their app, so it only does what you tell it to. It's my new robot bestie.
Starting charging.